We start our videos off at our shop in South Georgia, but due to the circumstances, busy schedule, we didn't. We were in Missouri and Arkansas on Monday, got in late Monday night. Today it's Thursday. Okay, so we are in Central Florida now. Taught karate last night, already had truck and trailer loaded up, left straight from karate and came down here to Central Florida. We are returning our customer's bush hog that we took to Ag Pro in Dixie, Georgia to have them fix a few things. We also brought with us a portable bear pole. So let me elaborate on that. 4 or 5 years ago on this property, we built like bear-proof feeder poles for our deer feeder stations that are wrapped with fencing to keep the hogs out, but the deer can come in. Those we built out of 4-inch heavy walled square tubing, very high, several feet in the ground, hand winch to winch these feeder barrels up so the bear can't basically touch them. Recently we've had some trouble in our traps with bears. We've got one gigantic bear who is not our friend. He's not nice. He's not cuddly and friendly like the little cartoons. He's not our friend. So we decided to come up with a bear pole that if we need to move it, we can move it. So we went down to a 3-inch heavy walled square tubing with some outriggers. It's a little bit of my design, some input from a customer of ours named Keith. Thank you, Keith, if you're watching the video. Appreciate your bear expertise. Wyatt did the majority of the fabrication. Zeb did a tiny little bit, but kind of a cool tiny little bit. So I'm going to spin you around here and show you what we're going to do. The negative part of all this is it's just me here. That's it. Now, I do talk a lot about we. It's always we. And I do believe that everything in life is a team effort. Even if somebody's not physically there with you, somebody helped. So it's not right to just say I. And Marine Corps don't believe in the word I. It's we. But it is just me trying to get this bear pole up today. It is going to be interesting. I'm going to use the tractor back here and the grapple. We kind of came up with a redneck design to get them up. I don't know. Anyway, I can screw up a one-car funeral. So anyway, let's take a look at this pole. All right, so this is Zeb's design. He welded this little end cap on it. I know it's upside down, but anyway, that stands for hog cutters. So we'll mount a pulley here, okay? Comes down. Now, when you make these kind of welds that weld, Wyatt did the welding here, you've got to grind that at an angle, and it's truly welded all the way through. So you come all the way down. You get here. That's going to be our pulley system, which will come up here to another pulley, and then the barrel's going to hang down. So that's what the 2 pulleys are for. And then these are our outriggers. Our outriggers are going to shoot out on all 4 sides. Okay? And then through here, if you can see right here, I have to move that strap, we're going to run T-posts through that. So about 3 foot of that pole is going to be in the ground, and then we'll have our outriggers. We think it's going to work. We don't know. It's worth a try. Brought the bush hog, our customer's bush hog, back. So it's like brand new, almost. Yeah, that's kind of what we got. So my bride has already texted this morning. It was more of a bride text than a boss text. She's like, be careful today. And I said, well, I'm fixing to jump on the pole. So anyway, she made a stripper comment. Anyway, a little bit of humor this morning. Oh yeah, one more thing. So, as you know that I'm a yogurt eating hog trapper. I stretch, I don't do yoga. But I did pick up a little lavender aromatherapy. So I'm gonna spray my little helmet with this. And that'll give me that calmingness as we do it. So we're going to kind of walk you through. It's going to be really hard to do video footage of this. I'll try to take breaks when I can, but anyway. So we got logistics. We got to get it over to the trap. We can't get in here with this truck and trailer. It's in the woods. probably going to load it up on a small trailer, try to ease it back in there with the four-wheeler, and then get the tractor back in there. It's going to be a process today. And all jokes aside, I mean, you know, if I can't get it done by myself, then we're going to have to wait till I got some help. It ain't worth getting my head smashed in. First thing I will do is turn off all the cameras at the Yagabro trap. The mine camera and the ice camera watching the gate, we're going to turn all of them off. That way we don't have any really good footage of the damage that's fixing to maybe happen. So hang on. Okay, so we got the portable bear pole loaded. Went ahead and took the outriggers off just to try to reduce some of that weight. It's a little squirrely because of the arm that the feeder barrel's going to hang off of. It kind of whips around on you. So we've got it loaded up here on the back of this little trailer. We actually have a mini hog on property, which is a 5x8 trailer that we customized for trapping. But went ahead and put it up. So got ratchet straps, got some corn to stabilize it. It's not really doing a whole lot here. We've got to take the tractor and buzz up to the trap and remove a tree that fell from the hurricane. So that's kind of on the agenda now. But on the ratchet straps, I remember my dad telling me when I was growing up, you know, he was like, hey, he said, I had to figure out how to do things by myself before you came along. And then you came along and you could help me. And then you left, and then I had to figure it out again. So I think the good Lord invented ratchet straps to be a young man to help you, or a young girl, give you an extra hand. So ratchet straps are the key out here, man. We use them for everything. Big ones, little ones, always have a ratchet strap. And not a promotional ad, Gerber multiplier. That's the key right there. I can't tell you how many times a day I go in that sheath and pull that thing out for God knows what. So we're gonna buzz up with the tractor, pull that tree out of our way so we can get into the trap. Then we're gonna take this trailer up there. We're gonna set the bear pole down, come back, get the tractor, and start the process of trying to get it up. So hang on. So far, keep your fingers crossed, warming up a little bit. I'm not freezing. It might be 52 degrees now. So hopefully here in a little bit, it'll be a hell of a lot warmer. Here we go. Okay, we are now officially in the hog trap. We got the trees out of the way. Actually had to get a chainsaw too and kind of chainsaw some stuff. The beauty of the YagraPro, portable. You can bust it open, let it breathe. It's one of the reasons we love this trap. So popped a couple panels out, was able to get the folder in here, dug a 3-foot hole. That was our theoretic. That's a big fancy word. I don't even think theoretic's a word. But anyway, that was our theory, that we needed about 3 foot, and then we would attach our outriggers. So let's take a look. So we've got the four-wheeler backed up. We've got it lined up with our 3-foot hole. Okay. So what we're going to do, in theory, is we're going to ease it down into that hole, and then I'll come over. Got the tractor over there in the woods. You can see it. And we're going to lower that down in there, and then we're going to pick it up from that end with a grapple and then ease it up. This is where 2 people would come in handy. Now, little tech tip for you here. When you're out here working in the woods, personal experience, some of you may know I got taken out by a limb probably about 2 years ago. Just grazed me right here, broke my collarbone. You know, situational awareness. Kind of check your surroundings, look up. When I got here today, that's left over from the hurricane. Okay, so definitely got a big hanging limb there. And then also this right here. I heard it kind of cracking a while ago, no joke. So that there is a problem. And odds are it will probably not land on. If I shut my mouth, you can hear it cracking. Anyway, situational awareness. So when you're out here working in the woods by yourself, I'm in the middle of 700 acres, just me. Now I got support, but nobody, actual physical body supporting me out here. Life 360, all the time, man. The bride, AKA the boss, she's checking it, monitoring it. So just kind of keep that in mind. So anyway, we're going to try to lift this thing up in here, do a little bit more footage, and keep your fingers crossed. And where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. We're going to hit the lavender, man. Aromatherapy up. Okay, so we kind of had a little stopping point here. Kind of see what we done. Brought the tractor in. Just basically made a webbing out of an old ratchet strap. It's what we did before when we put the bigger version of this up. But I stood up there on the grapple. Wyatt was in the tractor, and he was running the tractor, and then Zeb was down here kind of lining everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and try to come all the way up with it and drop it down in the hole. It's wanting to kind of jam up a little bit because I don't have anybody to really guide it. Looking at it, I probably could ratchet strap it to the grapple, and the grapple can clearly pick up the weight, and that may be the route we go if I have if I can't get this done. So anyway, live from Central Florida, trying to put up a portable bear pole. So hang on, let's see if we can get her. So we got her in the hole, as you can see. We ended up doing a lot of tamping. Florida's got very soft soil, which is wonderful to dig in, but it's hard to tamp it. Not like Alabama or Georgia clay. So now at this point, we will attach the outriggers, come out and T-post those in. Give you a video of that after that's done. But so far, looks like there's a high probability that it's actually going to work. We had to use the tractor to stabilize it while we tamped it in. It is a little top heavy with that big arm up there. I think if we move it to another location, we would actually ratchet strap. I said that earlier, but we would ratchet strap it to the grapple, and then the grapple would kind of be like controlling it. Kind of like a pencil inside your hand, I guess, kind of, sort of. But anyway, going good. Let's get these outriggers on, and the big thing is going to be when we throw that on-time feeder up there and ratchet it or crank it up there with a hand winch. See if it works in. So here we go. So we got the outriggers in, all 4 T-posts in, went ahead and ran our pulleys up on top. We kind of predicted that we would have problems with that tree over there. Basically, we figured we'd hit a root. So there's your 4 T-posts. What you can do, it's not hard. For you in TV land that don't know, you just knock the blades off of these things, off those T-posts, and then it goes in around this square tubing. Get my shadow out of the way. Okay, and they come out, come up. Now, we haven't put any weight on it yet, meaning, put the feeder in it. Now, for these smaller trees like this, if it becomes a problem, we'll take this tree, just cut it and take it out. We can always ratchet strap to the side of that tree. We do know from our bear expert, Mr. Keith, clearly we're not an expert in bears. Big bears, the bear that we have the problem with on this property, he has to lower his back to come under that trap right there. So he's grown. Smaller bears will climb, according to our expert, and they'll screw with the feeder so they could climb that tree and maybe try to get to that feeder. So we'll just cut the tree down. Easy, pop a panel out, drop it, and we're out of here. But for right now, we're going to let it ride. Bigger bears, it's about brute force. Just about pushing crap over. So with this big bear that we've got going on right here, we figure with these 4 outriggers, 5-foot T-posts running down pretty deep, 3 foot in the center for our main support, we might be able to do it. So we got to buzz back to camp. We've got to modify the on-time feeder that's going to go on here. We've had to do the same thing before, so it's not like we don't know kind of where we're going on that one. We already know this deal. So we got to modify the 300-pound metal on-time feeder barrel to attach to this and then lift it up. And so anyway, we'll show you a little footage of that. Wyatt designed a little stand. We'll explain why he designed a stand, so when we lower that feeder, it can sit down inside that stand so we can go ahead and do our maintenance to it. So it's pushing on after 12. A lot of time today spent in this trap, but it's what we got to do. Got to keep cornering the trap if you want to trap hogs. Stay tuned. The really cool thing about watching these YouTube videos is you guys have no concept of the time. So it's just like, wow, that was just 2 minutes ago. But anyway, we've been really getting it here. So basically, we have we had to modify the feeder. So I'm going to walk you through the modification for the feeder for this project. We've done this in the North Trap, so we kind of already knew how to do it. Just kind of came up with an idea. Typically, on a big on-time feeder, this is going to be mounted right there, and then your legs are going to go in on all 4 sides. So it's a 4-leg system. The 200-pound on-time is a 3-leg system. So what we did is we moved it up 1 notch, took 3/8 bolts on all 4 around, okay? So basically we just changed the transfer point. All right, then we took this cable, went to that, and hooked up. Now, we built this stand because it's going to be kind of tough with this outrigger, but it works good on the North Trap. Because of what we're doing, when we lower this, we needed a cradle to hold it. So this would loosen up, these cables will loosen up so we can get inside to our lid. A lot of modifications. So this cradle has got to go with us at this trap and up to the North Trap. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and start cranking it up. There is 300 pounds of corn in there, and got our fingers crossed. So we've got to kind of, you know, modify this a little bit, kind of level it out so it sits fairly even. But anyway, so with that being said, several hours later, it's now 2:30. It's an all-day project, but hopefully it's going to work. I mean, we really think it should with the outriggers. And if it doesn't work, we probably won't post this video. So hang on. Okay, y'all ready? I'm gonna tell you, I'm eyeballing it. I'm waiting for it to fall, but it ain't fell yet. This feels as good as getting a C+ on an algebra exam and you didn't cheat off of the girl next to you. That's what I'm saying. This was just a thought. We made it happen. So let's go live to the Hog Cutter Strapping Company portable bear-proof pole. There you go. So we got the outriggers, got a crank coming up, 300 pounds of corn, modified on-time barrel. Now, real quick, didn't cover this earlier, you may be scratching your head. What did we put the varmint? So we got a varmint guard on there. If you've watched any of our other videos, we also do hardware cloth. Keep them coons. Coons are they're ninjas. They've gone to ninja school. They're magicians, and according to my customer and friend in Arkansas, they're aggravating, which I would agree. But anyway, we did the hardware cloth simply because we want that corn to drop. When you raise a feeder up, it's going to blow it. Even with an on-time feeder, you can adjust an on-time feeder's speed to 175 or 50%. That one's adjusted to 50%. But now you can take like a feed bag or flashing or whatever. I would caution you that traps humidity, especially in a place like Central Florida, South Georgia, where humidity's year round. You get a bunch of humidity around a funnel in corn, it could be problematic, meaning you'll get just a little bit of moisture and it'll work its way back up into your corn, and now you've got problems. So we kind of like doing the hardware cloth. You're going to cut yourself a bunch doing it, zip tie it on there, and you're good to go. But that'll kind of keep just keep it where it drops straight down. So all we did was just basically lift the feeder up in the sky. So give you a real quick rundown here. Just kind of walk you around it so you can kind of see how we did it. We've kind of walked through the video. We will have to secure the crank on that hand winch. Bears are also ninjas. Bears have also gone to special schools, and they know how to finger and screw with junk. That's just what bears do. But that kind of gives you an idea. So you can see some of Wyatt's hen scratching there, 10 foot. So we wanted 10 foot from the ground up to the bottom of the feeder. And then we had to come out with our bend, 3 foot in the ground. You can actually see right here. Well, hell, the shade's in the way. All right, stand by. There you go. See that line? That's 3 foot. So we may have to make an adjustment to this one outrigger here, simply because it's in the way of our little stand. So all we'll do is just come out with some square tubing, come over at an angle. No big deal, but we'll see if we can get around it. It was okay. All right, so we got to put the trap back together. I think I zoomed in on this earlier. This tree here definitely has got some issues. So we're gonna have to take this tree down before it lands on the control box and gate. Control box is about $900. So anytime you can protect, holy crap. What is up with that zoom? Oh boy. Zebby ain't gonna like that. What the hell is wrong with this thing? All right, here we go. Sorry about that. Hey, and if Zebby don't edit it out, that's real life. Sometimes you just get too close and personal with people, especially a little space. You got to back up 6 foot. Guys like me love COVID, right? Social distancing. Lived my whole life for social distancing. So we got to rock and roll, folks. We got to get up to the north trap and do our maintenance. No reason to spend a bunch of time on that, but we might get you in on the sunset over the prairie, which is where Laura Ingalls lives, and routinely visit that. We're staying away from the Chief Trap because we're wanting that solo boar to come in there tonight, no human scent, so we can flip the switch on him. And if we get all that done, then I'm going to try to get a run in before dark. So didn't plan on spending all day on this, but again, this is a C+ on an algebra exam, and you didn't cheat off the girl next to you. I mean, that's a big deal. So happy as could be. Have a good one. Well, welcome to the land of Laura Ingalls. If you've seen any of our other videos, this is the prairie. Beautiful. About ran out of daylight on you. Wanted to give you a better sunset than this, but got busy in the north trap. We have a lot of cameras on this property, swapping batteries out. Swap your batteries, saves on lithiums. So let's take a look. Be real quiet, you can actually hear them ducks. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know nothing about ducks. Don't want to shoot them, they're too pretty. But I do like listening to them. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna head back to camp, put on some running clothes, we'll get a run in before it gets too dark. Hopefully that solo boar will come in tonight. After the run, big ass salad. Got a little writing to do. If you don't know, I write. Hope y'all enjoyed seeing that portable bear pole get put up, and maybe later on tonight, if ain't nothing happening, I'll go down to the south trap, do a little video for the family of me swinging on that pole. So y'all have a good night.